Welcome back. It's episode 5. Episode 5?
Around about 5.
Episode 5 of the new season already. It has been... I can't believe it's been like 6 weeks of us being here. 6-7 weeks already.
Yeah, it's flown by, to be honest. Absolutely flown by. Pushing 2 months, really, which is scary for the fact that I haven't seen loved ones for that long. But yeah, it's good, mate. It's good.
Yeesh.
Hopefully you're all enjoying the new podcast. It's got a bit of a different flow to it, with all the segments. Unfortunately, I don't have a glow up, so if you're listening to this and you've had a bit of transformation, send your glow up in, because you will feature. You will feature. And people love to see the glow ups. They get inspired, and they make people want to, take part in their own glow up.
I love glow ups. Glow ups are so fun to watch. See some guy transform, girl transform. It's great. Yeah. But, like I said, episode 5.
Oh, no.
I just burped into the mic. Enjoy that. But you're sick, mate.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the weather right now. Just shit. It's a bit overcast outside, and it's a perfect day for a sick man to really do sweet FA. I haven't been sick for since Jan, New Year's, really. I forgot how shit it is. I forgot how sucky it is and how much you just don't want to do anything, don't want to speak to anyone, and don't want to take part in any activity. Yeah,
you're literally walking around miserable.
Yeah, it's not fun. I mean, you can tell by the way I sound. You just don't want to talk because you sound like an absolute idiot. And in this house, you don't really get too much alone time, do you, Ev?
Nah, you don't.
Not too much.
We still don't have a door, which
door.
Is quite funny. Maybe we'll give an update in the next video we do. But yeah, we still don't have a door. We're still on the floor. My back is paying for it dearly. But all things considered, we're well. The weather in Melbourne, however, is starting to get cold. We went to the football yesterday, middle of the day. Bear in mind, it was still March, which is like basically summer. And we were wearing jackets, jumpers, long pants and shit, and it was still chilly.
Yep.
At lunchtime, which is very different considering that back in Perth it was thunderstorms and still 30. So...
Yeah, I've been seeing on social media, everyone from Perth, obviously know, because we're from there, they're cracking it like, see you later to all the to the beautiful Perth weather, because it's only really, it's barely changing. It's changing a little bit, but 30 degrees, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's still warm. Yeah, you got a bit of rain maybe for an hour, but that's really about it. In terms of the room situation, heavily considering getting a curtain put on just to block out some of the light. But no, it's actually not too bad. You know what I hate? When you're sick and you try and go to sleep, trying to settle yourself down, it's one of the most grueling tasks out. Because you can't breathe.
Yeah.
You can't breathe at all, and you have to sort of just what's the word? You just kind of have to accept the fact that you're going to be like breathing out your mouth. And waking up all clogged up. But no, hopefully... Oh, mate, just quietly. Multivitamins and whatnot. Can we get a petition to lower the price there on those bad boys? They are expensive. They are bloody expensive. Need to do what Mark Cuban does. Get on his website. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's available to Australians. See what he does?
Yeah, it's like cheap medicine pretty much. He's just basically fucking over not fucking over he's fucking over the medical industry for the brands, but it's good for the people.
Yeah, the big orgs. It's great for the people though. Marky, can't bring it to Australia, son. Yeah, I mean when they
can't even get Panadol if they can't afford it. So
yeah, and it's also I think they can't really. I don't think their health benefits or whatever cover too much of that as well in terms
they
of
get nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's actually cooked over.
Even
there.
if you're fully insured, you have full insurance, you still got to pay. I remember George from Impulsive, he was saying he was here and had to go to the hospital for something. I think heat stroke or something. And he had to go to the hospital and
he didn't want to.
The people were like, just call an ambulance when he was here. And they were like, no, I can't do that. And he was like, mate, it's fucking literally free. Call an ambulance. And he was like, what? It's free for you guys? That's crazy. Because over there, bro, you could literally be having a heart attack and they'll be like, no, we'll try and drive because we can't afford $2,000 to get an ambulance. It's pretty cooked.
Yeah, no, it's not a fun situation. But how are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I feel great. I went to the gym this morning alone. It's actually, I'll tell you one thing. Like you just mentioned, you get no alone time in this house. Being in the gym, bro, my thoughts were just, I was thinking about everything. I was deep in thought like the whole session. AirPods on, can't hear a single thing. And I've got like 4 minutes to rest. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just thinking like about everything, about life. It's pretty therapeutic.
Yeah. It's been an absolute minute since a solo gym sesh. I think I still
Solo
remember,
anything.
Still remember my last one. They are no. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. No, solo gym sessions are very underrated. Obviously, people are very different. Some people prefer to train with someone. Some people prefer to change it up every now and then. It'd actually be really interesting to like survey like a whole gym. Be like, would you prefer to train with someone or by yourself? I think you'd get like vastly different answers.
I think I'm an in-betweener. I love like a solo sesh, but when you're training on your own, just every day, it can get stale. Like you're just kind of like I want to talk to someone. But it also depends on the gym. Because like Revo, you kind of know a lot of people at Revo. So it was kind of like, I'll just go and have a yarn for 10 minutes to Frank or...
Revo, I would 100% prefer to train by myself. Just because like I'd see you there anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You do your own thing, I'll do my own thing. And you'd end up just talking anyway. Yeah. But you'd get through your session just that much quicker. So no, 100% at Revo, definitely a solo thing. I always wonder how Revo's going. If it's still held up nicely. I wonder what the weights are saying, Ev. The big.
I mean, you said to me in the gym this week, you were like, "Do you miss Revo?" And it was kind of out of pocket too. I was like, "Oh, nah, I wouldn't say it like. I think Revo will always feel like home. That's why, in a way, you kind of miss it. But I do miss a few things from home, like just being at home, comfortable. Like my mum asked me, she's like, "Oh, you missing home?" I say, like a little bit here and there, but when you're just busy, you don't really think about it. So
no, 100%. We had a really good night, like couple nights, but I can't remember what we were doing. But we're all just in the main room, just laughing. I was like, "Oh, this is really good." But then like you get the opposite where you feel like a little bit shit or something, and you're just like, "Oh, I'd rather just be home right now." But that's what's called not being comfortable, mate. It's very easy to fucking pack it all in, go home and feel comfortable, but just do nothing really. But no, we went, like you briefly mentioned, we went to the footy, and another dead game for us.
We can't buy a game that's actually close.
Let's shout her out, Ev, because she's an absolute monster in terms of her ability.
Yeah,
Bronte, thank you very much. A loyal listener, and yeah, just amazing your efforts to get us tickets. Literally, snap of a finger, she was like, "I gotcha."
Yeah, she's the goat.
Picked us up tickets for a game that was in 24 hours time. We said, "Look, we can't go to that one. Can we go to the other one?" She said, "You absolute betcha."
Collingwood Port though was a disgrace. Port Adelaide, what are we doing, boys? I mean, the first quarter, I thought we're in for an absolute belter.
Yeah.
And then it was shocking.
Yeah, I predicted it like, to myself. I said, yeah, I think Collingwood are going to do it easily. Obviously, I was hoping for that not to be the case. Just quietly, I'm seeing a lot of girls on TikTok start to fangirl over Nick Dacos and whatnot.
Yeah,
it's just they moved on from Bailey Smith onto the new next thing, Nick Dacos.
Mullets are out of fashion, mate. They want the short hair, fucking Jack Steele looking Don.
Yeah, R.I.P. Jack Steele, broken collarbone. But no, yeah, the first quarter was good, and onwards it was trash. But then, if we rewind, the Melbourne-Brisbane game, that was one game that almost was just a comeback that you would never see anything like it before.
There was a few almost comebacks.
Yeah, but this one was crazy because the lights went out at the Gabba.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Lights go out at the Gabba. You think the game's going to get abandoned. They're 7 goals up with 10 minutes to go. And Melbourne come back and literally almost win it at the death. And I was rooting for him. I was absolutely rooting for him to get it done.
I was hoping it would happen.
But
Bit of a joke, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah, well...
Come back out after 45 minutes is fucking crime.
Yeah, but I suppose the game hadn't been finished. So out you get, boys. That's what you get paid the big bucks for.
Yeah.
But Brisbane held on. They held on. I think they got the job done. Last night, my boys play, just adding salt to the wounds, dagger to the heart. Couldn't get it done against North. And then, yeah, your boys play today. You feeling confident?
Yeah, I think we should win.
You definitely should win, looking at GWS's
But
outs.
we should have beat North as well. And footy is a crazy sport. I mean, like, what is football at the moment? I mean, there's fucking teams winning games, almost comebacks, teams that suck that are doing decent, like St Kilda literally on top of the ladder with 2 wins that I didn't think they would win. So, yeah, I mean, footy's a crazy sport. I think we can we'll just do this each week, but we can run through the games and just do our picks again. So we'll just speed run through those again.
Sure thing.
So the first game is Doggies Brisbane.
I'm going to say the Lions get that done.
I think the Lions will do that easily. Collingwood Richmond.
Go the Pies?
Yep. We might try and go to that game if Bronte can finesse.
Potentially.
Hawthorn North. Oh, it's in Tassie too.
I'm going to say Hawks.
I'm going to go North. They've been all right.
Oh, my days.
That's 100% because I know we're filming. Yeah, I'll back North. GWS Carlton.
I'll go the Blues.
I'll go the Blues as well. Saints Essendon.
I have to go Saints on form.
Yeah, I'll go Saints. Port Adelaide.
The showdown. Go Port.
Yeah, Port. Suns versus versus Geelong.
Yeah, the Cats get that done.
Yeah, up the Cattery. Melbourne versus Sydney. Cracking game.
Yeah, Melbourne get that done for me.
Melbourne. And then the Derby.
Yeah, obviously I'm not going to back your boys, so I'll back my boys in.
Yeah, I think Freo should win that pretty easily.
No, it'll be very interesting to see how this season pans out.
Very.
I saw someone tweet that said, besides the Heath Chapman spoil, this season hasn't been much of a different start to last season. And I looked back, I said, yeah, we won our first one just after almost choking, and then lost our second one at home to St Kilda. See if they wake up or not. It'll be interesting.
It's not good to lose those 2 games. Like, you boys had a fairly decently easy run to the start, and then the middle part is pretty brutal.
Yes.
So you'd hope you win the next 4, because after that it is like Geelong, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane.
Yeah.
So
numb to the pain at this point, boys and girls. That's all right.
I feel like that's not true.
Bro, I actually am, because in this house, I'm not like at home. If I was watching it with my dad, like I'd let my emotion out. But last night, I wasn't obviously feeling well, and I was just watching it. I wasn't even angry. I was just like, it was just laughable, some of the stuff. And why would I waste my breath to get angry over footy that just wasn't up to standard? Because they didn't look like improving. So why would I get angry?
But surely you had high hopes for the season and started.
Oh, of course.
Like, surely you'd be pissed.
Oh, of course. But like I said, from bounce down last night, they didn't look like improving. So by the end of the first quarter, by the end of the second quarter, I knew it wasn't going to get any better. So I just accepted the L.
That's fair.
Accepted the L.
But we move on from footy. I think we can get into the first segment, which I think we should just always start with the draft.
Yeah.
So we can roll with the draft. We got some cool ideas for the draft now. Instead of just like movies or whatever, we can do like, this is for you guys too if you guys want to say something, but we can do like household items, which is what we're doing today, like items basically that start with P. So, things that are orange, things like that. So if you want us to do something that comes to your mind, let us know. We'll do it. But today we're doing items that start with P, so the draft.
Yeah.
We'll paper, scissors, rock.
Paper, scissors, rock. Oh, he's gone. I thought he was going to change up from scissors, but he just keeps doing it every week.
You've been studying the EPs, mate. So the first one on my list is, I think this is a given, but phone. I feel like it's fucking the most used item by anyone.
A modern man's Pokédex. Yeah, it's just attached to the hip.
Yeah.
Every day. Yeah, that was probably going to be my first pick. Second off, my first pick will be a pillow.
I had that on my list.
Kind of needed to, sleep. If you don't have a pillow, well, boy, oh boy, my neck will be in trouble.
Yeah, that was my third. That was gonna be my third pick. So I'll go with my second pick. I'm gonna go with the PlayStation.
I didn't even think of that. There you go. See, this is I put some stuff down that just aren't household items because I didn't really understand the assignment. But I've got some stuff here. I'm going to say a pan, because how else would you cook stuff? Hey?
You're going really, like I'm having a good time. You're having a comfortable time. You've got a nice pillow to sleep with.
Yeah.
You've got a nice pan to cook food on. I'm out here just microwaving shit and sleeping without a pillow.
Yeah, well,
but I'm going to have a fun time on my phone.
You can only entertain for so long, Ev. You can only entertain for so long.
It's true. So the pick 3 for me is going to be photographs.
Yeah, I had that as well.
It's great. It tracks memories, And also, when I have a house, I love photographs.
Yeah.
Things on walls, etc.
I'm going to say pen for my pick 3. I write in my gym book every day when I go do exercise, track stuff, track progress. If you need to write down yourself a post-it note, pen's always handy.
Damn, you're really going convenience.
Well, there's not too many more household items here, Ev.
Well, I got another one. Paintings.
Son.
Paintings in a house.
You've got photos. Why do you need paintings as well?
Because what do you mean? Paintings are sick.
Yeah, paintings are cool. Fair enough. I'm going to say plastic water bottles because.
Come on, mate. You can't do that.
What?
Plastic water bottle. That's like saying
it's plastic.
A plastic anything. Plastic phone case. Plastic like fork. Plastic knife. Like, you can't be saying plastic.
I can and I will. Pick 4 plastic water bottles. I use them literally all the time.
Let me know in the comments. That's a joke. Water bottles, I would let you have, but that doesn't start with P.
No, because plastic water bottles, you buy them from the store and then you've got like a carton there and then you just chuck them in the fridge and, you just absolutely cycle through them.
No,
big part of my life.
That's an L for sure. Let us know in the comments. I'm 100% right on that. That's like saying my photosynthesizing fucking plant. That's my next one anyway. Plant.
Plants.
Pick 5, plants. Love plants.
He loves plants, guys. I'm going to say pepper for pick 5 for
It's
me.
a food.
It's a household item. Pepper grinder. Pepper grinder. I'll grind my pepper up with my pepper grinder because I like to have scrambled eggs a lot. And what goes with salt?
Pepper. Pepper is great.
Pepper goes with salt, and that's a deadly combo for scrambled eggs.
But pepper is a food. But the pepper grinder is good.
A pepper grinder, there you go. And just quietly, that's the end of the draft. Let us know your suggestions for the next week's draft. These boys in this household are always having a go at us. We love to have eggs, scrambled, fried, whichever, or if you're a weird one out there, poached. But yeah, the boys out here, they're always having a crack. Oh, your eggs smell like shit. They're rotten eggs. What are you cooking over there, mate? And I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but they eat eggs. It's not like they don't like eggs.
Yeah.
So what's the crack here?
I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 times more in this house. It's because they have bacon. And bacon overpowers the smell of eggs. Eggs don't smell amazing. That's why people say, oh, your fucking asshole smells like rotten eggs.
Yeah.
Because it's not the nicest smell of all time, eggs. But bacon overpowers the smell of eggs.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's why they're always like, your eggs smell like shit. Well, no, your bacon just smells great.
Yeah. No, I will fight them till the day of dawn, honestly, on that subject. Like, they're always having a crack. I've always got a rebuttal.
But we get kind of bullied a little bit for a lot of things. They're like, oh, why you eat food so early?
Yeah.
Dinner. It's 7 p.m, my friend.
Yeah.
This is late.
These bastards eat dinner at 9:30.
10 o'clock.
And I say, what's going on here? That's dessert time. It's even past dessert time.
Speaking of fucking desserts.
Can we do the Spotify playlist first? Just because my nose is literally leaking as we speak. So you think because I know what you're going to get into just then. And
You don't want to talk about a Maltese McFlurry.
yeah, no, I want to because I don't want that to be a short conversation because I know we'll evaporate.
You're making my life hard.
Evaluate. Think of your 2 songs, Ev.
I know my 2 songs.
You know your 2 songs. Okay, that's
You
right,
go
guys.
blow your nose. We're gonna have to cut anyway.
All right, we're back from the non-negotiable nose blow. Let's do the Spotify playlist. Ev, you've got your 2 songs ready. What are they, son?
When It Rains, It Pours from old mate Lukey.
That was you did play that one. That's a good one.
It's a great tune. Country music hits different, bro.
Yeah, we can actually we'll speak about that in a second. I'm going to do 98 Braves by Morgan Wallen. Bit of a rivalry there. I know they respect each other though, so
Another country track.
let's go straight in there.
Ooh. And then the next track I have, I'm going to roll with The Colour Violet.
I don't know if you might have already put it in there, but it's a good tune. It's so much for there.
If it's not, then put that in. If it is, I would give another one.
Well, it got added, so maybe it's not.
There you go.
I'm going to do Home to Mama by Justin Bieber and Cody Simpson. That's a great track. That goes in there. And that is this week's Spotify playlist done.
Yep.
Drop a song as well. Drop a song in the comments, and the most liked one, that'll get chucked in there as well.
Yeesh.
All right, yeah, go on. What you're about to say before my nose.
Before Dylan
interrupted you.
rudely interrupted me. Not his nose. Dylan. No, I'm kidding. We were speaking of desserts, and McDonald's brought out a new McFlurry flavour in the form of a Malteser McFlurry, and it was incredible. We went and got it, and we added Oreo to be fair, but it was fucking fantastic. Let's be realistic.
You know, apparently this isn't even a new one. They've had it before, which scares me because you know what's about to happen.
Wow.
It's about to get taken off the menu again.
Yeah, do you know what I don't get? And I was thinking about this the other day. Why can't they just have a bigger menu? Like, think about McFlurries. They have Oreo. What are the McFlurry flavors have?
I want to know what makes a type of McFlurry constant. Hey, why is an M&M McFlurry constant but a Malteser one isn't?
Bro,
What makes it constant? Who makes that decision? And who do I have to speak to about things changing around here?
Well, they've had different iterations like all the time, like crunchy McFlurries, the bubblegum. Why? Because this is the thing, right? For the bubblegum one, you're literally talking about the blue syrup and some fucking marshmallows.
Yeah.
Crunchy, you're talking about the crunchy bits of chocolate. That's it. How difficult is it in a fucking big McDonald's store to just... You're talking like this much space.
Well, the thing is, it's like, why would they give it to us when people are still buying McFlurries and also they get to create little drops, little fresh advertisements.
That's why they do it.
Just gets people to the store because for a lot of you, I was going to call some regular... for a lot of people that go to McDonald's on the regular, they're not just going to get a McFlurry. So, I want to try a new McFlurry. I might go get a full meal, buy the McFlurry, save it for later, bang, they get more money.
Yeah,
when you wouldn't have gone to McDonald's before because, I've already had the M&M McFlurry that much. So, that's probably why you knew that. I knew that. It's just frustrating as a consumer because I just want more variety.
Where's my hokey pokey shake? Where's my hokey pokey fucking shake?
I'm devastated about that.
We got it once.
I had it like twice and that was really, really upsetting.
And we got a fucking small size too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no, it's super upsetting. But we wanted to say, you actually say it in terms of the sizing of McFlurries.
disgraceful.
No, but say like what we want.
Oh, well, I mean, McFlurries... My first issue with the McFlurry is the fact that they don't even fill up the cup remotely close to the top.
And they used to.
The one we got the other day, I'm not even kidding, was half full. It was a disgrace. But petition to bring to McDonald's sizes for McFlurries. Yep. I want small, medium, large, and fucking add an extra large in there too for a McFlurry.
Yeah.
Because the portion size right now is just not cutting it. And for $6 or $5 or whatever it is, it's a joke.
It really is criminal. And I'd like to think that, the Yanks, Americans, would potentially have this like process underway because they love their super size me shot. you know? So why, if it's not an option over there, it's not coming over here.
Yeah.
It's not coming over here. But if we could get some signatures and get a bit of momentum behind us, let's get these sizes in, because a normal size McFlurry is not cutting it. I'm severely left wanting more every time I eat one.
Yep.
I can deal with the seasonal drops of McFlurries. I can deal with the Maltese one leaving me. Just let me get an extra large McFlurry.
Yep.
Let me get a large McFlurry. It's not cutting it. And also, if I was McDonald's, I'd be suing. I would be suing Hungry Jack's
Can't.
for the copying of that McFlurry. Go think of your own flavour.
Do you want to know? You know why they
pricks.
can't?
I mean, you can tell me, yeah.
Well,
go.
it's the same thing as like the Hokey Pokey shake.
Bastards.
Tastes the exact same as KFC Crusher. Like with things, it's like Oreo. You can't copyright Oreo as a flavour.
You know what I've always wondered? I've always wondered why KFC don't sell Coke. Could you tell me that?
Because KFC is owned by PepsiCo.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Pepsi's so shit, in my opinion.
I
I'll work with you, Pepsi, but I don't like Pepsi.
I used to hate Pepsi. Now Pepsi, I feel like as I got older, when was the last time you tried a Pepsi?
Enough to know
Years?
I don't like it. No.
Oh, because I used to hate Pepsi.
Pepsi and Coke are shite.
Yeah, I don't really like either amazingly. Like, give me Mountain Dew any day of the week.
I know when I drink Coke, like, this is awful for me. Like, it's just, there's, like, when I drink a Mountain Dew, I'm not thinking, oh, this is bad for me, even though it's not great.
Well, it's not even close to as bad as Coke.
But
still.
like, when I drink a Coke, the first sip's good. After that,
you
it's
can
just
taste
like
the sugar, eh?
sugar, diabetes. Take your pick of any other disease that this is bringing upon me. Like, it's not up there.
100%.
We're a big advocate for the sugar-free soft drinks as well, especially since we moved over here.
Mate, we fly through like 2 litres a day.
Are you a cordial consumer? You don't like cordial, do you? I was thinking of buying myself some cordial the other day.
Cordial's okay.
I've grown up with cordial.
I used to have it, but it's so bad for you.
Yeah, we can get sugar-free cordial. It tastes the exact same.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of lit.
Yeah. But no, we'll move on to oddly satisfying things.
Yeah, well, my first oddly satisfying thing kind of goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about, and that is with drinks. And this is where I noticed it. When you're pouring yourself a drink, and the perfect amount is left in the pour. So, say in that 2 litre bottle,
Yep.
there is the perfect amount left when I'm pouring to fill my glass up. Like, not to the brim, but like just to the where like a nice sized glass. It's one of the best feelings, because one of the worst feelings of all time, I reckon, is when you pour yourself a drink and there's just like milk and there's maybe like fucking 2 teaspoons left. And you're kind of just like, what do I do with this?
Happened to the Solo last night.
Yeah.
There was a little bit Solo left. I ended up just downing it last night. Just quietly. I don't know if it's his fridge or a certain type of soft drink. It's happened with the Solo. That shit goes flat so quickly. I don't know if it's sugar-free drinks in general, because we've been smashing them. But like, if you leave it like 2 days, that shit's flat, bro.
I don't really notice it, eh?
It's crazy. It's crazy. No, that's a good one, Ev. I'll give you that.
It's a great one. I thought of it like literally. I was thinking, fuck, that was satisfying. Like,
my one relates to me right now. Not just yet, but when your nose finally unblocks after being sick, that is so satisfying.
Not even odd. That is like the greatest. That's one of the you know what's so funny? When your nose finally unblocks or you finally become better, you think to yourself, when you're sick, you think to yourself, oh, I'm never going to take feeling good for granted ever again. The minute you feel good again, you take it for fucking granted, straight away. That's so funny.
That's just humans in our toxic ways in it, honestly. But no, that's my one.
I love it. And someone sent one in. So this was Alex. I think he sent it in. And I quite liked it. But the last siren when you're at school, and that when the final bell goes and it's holidays. So like when say that going into the 8-week holiday or whatever over Christmas, and it's like December 18, and that final bell goes, you're fucking racing. And back in the day when we were at school, it was like playing video games. that first night playing video games after, like when you know it's school holidays, fuck, it's a good feeling. Knowing you got 7 weeks off to do nothing. Give me that.
I actually miss, obviously not really the bell, but there's no right area, is there?
No.
I was just scared. I don't miss the bell itself, but what the bell resembled. There was a sense of completion. The bell wasn't required at school. The teacher could simply dismiss us when the time came at 3:20.
It's true.
So it wasn't needed. I'd love to know why the bell was brought in, because it wouldn't have been needed back in the old days as well. Maybe, no. Everyone's got the time on them. But there was, you don't really get that feeling. If we could bring the bell back to uni, that would be good. I know people finish at different times, but
Yeah,
if you could have this little bell in your brain that just goes ding, ding.
Bro, you know,
you're like, oh yeah,
it's
time to go home.
the only you kind of get that feeling when you're about to go on holidays, like from work. You've got 2 weeks booked off, knowing it's paid, and you're about to go to Bali or something like that. That's a really good feeling as well when you clock off for that last time.
We did do that.
That's a great feeling.
Yeah, remember when we got paid for our holidays when we were working full time?
Yeah,
that was so naughty.
Getting a cheeky K on a Tuesday in Bali. Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck. That really is the comfortable living though.
That's an oddly satisfying thing. When you get paid on holidays.
Yeah.
It's not odd, but
that's
satisfying.
That's just satisfying.
We might have to change it to just satisfying things at this point. Because,
I mean, there are odd ones, like the staircase one. That was just fucking weird.
well, some people, like some chick sent in like farting under the doona.
I love that.
And that is odd. So that is an oddly satisfying thing.
Maybe it's not. Because maybe a lot of people just love it. Maybe I think everyone secretly loves a good smell of their own shitty fart.
I think my favorite thing is watching someone else get upset.
Yeah, no.
Because
if
your fart fucking reeks, bro, and you're watching someone else like,
yeah, that's a good feeling.
just cop it. It's like, haha, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird though, because my fart will be just as bowel cancery as yours.
Yeah.
But because it's come out of my arsehole, I don't smell it the same way as I smell yours.
Yeah, of course.
And I love mine, but I literally get so angry at yours.
Yeah, it's
I'm
hilarious.
like, you are a filthy bucket. But no, it's funny how that works. But no, I remember I was like 15. I was in the car with my brother and his missus. Windows were up and I let a silent one out. And the look in their faces, mate, they were angry at me. And you don't like people getting angry at you, but when it's because of a fart, you love them getting angry at you. I love it.
100%.
I want them to be filthy with me because then I know I've done my job right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
There was one sexual mishap that I thought was pretty funny.
Well, that's the end of the oddly satisfying thing anyway.
Yeah.
But, yes, we can do the sexual mishap.
Yeah.
Or, as we now call it, bedroom blunders.
I keep forgetting it. When I posted the story, I didn't think people were going to catch on as to what I was referring to. It's a transition phase right now on what the segment's actually called.
Eesh.
I think the topic's gone. Oh no, the story's gone. Have you got the story there?
You just got to go to your archives.
Are you getting that shit up?
Yep.
That's what she said.
I don't know which one you're talking about though.
It was the nosebleed one.
Yeah.
That was funny.
All right. That should be the noise intro for the bedroom blunders. Anyway, so it's a weird name, don't you reckon? Anon?
Nah.
So this weird person called Anon having sex with some guy and he gets a nosebleed. So, natural course. What are you going to do? You got a nosebleed. You're going to go fix it up, right? You're going to go clean up, get yourself sorted. And then he comes back and he tries to continue to have sex with her. And his solution was to shove tissues up his nose. So he kind of got fangs coming out of his nose, which not a great fix if you ask me. Like, I'd be laughing at that if I seen that.
That's hilarious, man. Like, imagine he's still just putting in work and she's laying there and she's just like,
She's just looking at it.
How can I be sexually turned on right now?
Exactly. And that's what she said. She said, I'm sorry, but like my mood is killed here.
Yeah.
Which I thought was I thought that's weak. That's weak-minded.
Would have been the Sahara Desert up in that bitch, honestly. Would have been dry as shit.
I think you got to fight through that shit. Do you know what it is? Like, it's like, oh, I've got my period. What? Oh, well, we're going to fight through.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just stop.
Yeah. No, yeah, well, you just have to move to a position that you don't see the man's face, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
That's a good one, Anon.
Yeah, it's such a... have you ever heard
I
that
thought you
name?
said Anna at first. That's why I was like, no.
I've never heard of the name Anon, so...
Neither have I.
Weird.
Neither
Let us
have
know
I.
if you guys have ever heard of an Anon.
I have not. I don't... Is there any more? I don't think there was too many more.
No, there's not. But there was... there was one thing that someone sent in, and it was long toenails rubbing on someone's leg. So, like, mid-sex. Think about, like, you're having sex with someone, and, like, their toenails are, like, digging into your leg or something. Like, that would turn you off for sure.
They'd be furious, yeah.
Um,
But then I know, like... See, toenails is one thing, but then I know, like certain girls love, like, a back scratch.
yeah, they do.
That gets them going. So it's like... Feet, no. Fingernails, yes.
Yeesh.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, so make sure you guys send in your bedroom blunders. I wish I could have more for you from a personal level, but I ain't been fucking.
Well, you can't really do it where we're at right now.
This is one thing I'm noticing in Melbourne. Well, I mean, it would have happened in Perth too. Bro, do you know how hard it is to tell a girl you want to go to their house to smash? Just like off the cusp. And in fairness, respect to these women, because they're like, oh, you got to take me out first. I said, I don't have time to take you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for respecting yourself. But if you saw my bedroom situation, you would not want to come here.
Yeah. Have you ever found yourself where I'm not gonna say what I think your answer is gonna be, but have you ever found yourself where you've maybe been seeing a girl, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe not seeing a girl, but you've just been talking to this one woman and you want it to go somewhere, right? And say you meet up on a night out and you haven't really been going out for too long, or you haven't really been speaking for too long. But you do really like this girl, would you want to, like, hold off sex for that night? Like, on a drunk night, would you be like, nah, we're not going to sleep together. It's too soon. I actually do like you and would like to see where this goes. I'm not just going to, like, we should just not do this tonight, really.
It's funny because we have answered this in some sense before. And for me, I say, like, the withholding of, like, sex, I think is, for me anyway, for me personally, I couldn't give a fuck. Like, if I'm vibing with a chick, and even, like, in my head, I'm like, I want this to go somewhere, I don't think having sex with them the first time I'm seeing them drunk or whatever ruins anything in my eyes.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you have a proper real spark with someone, I feel like there is no way you're ever going to be able to not just... Because you want to jump each other's bones.
Yeah,
I feel
of
like
course.
that's like... For me anyway, like if there's a real spark and a real connection, like there's already sexual energy and tension. And it's like, what's the point of waiting? Like, let's just... May as well just get it done and then we're good. But I also don't... You know, some people... Like, I've had girls be like, send in or ask or whatever. They're like, oh, does it not get awkward for you the next, like, when you see them the next time and you're sober? I'm like, nah. Like, I can have sex with someone and I'm completely normal. Like, in terms of on a friendship basis. I'm not like oh, we've had sex before. This is awkward. This is weird.
You're not 18 anymore, so yeah.
Yeah.
You'd hope not.
No, but I think even like old, like a lot of people are just like, oh,
Bit
this is
awkward
weird.
with it,
It's
yeah.
sus now. I'm like, this is like, we can be friends, fuck, and chill as long as that's what we've agreed on. The problem becomes like if you catch feelings, but
That's a little bit of different. You've gone on a little bit different section there. You've gone kind of like
Sort
friends
of.
with benefits, yeah.
But even not a friends with benefits situation, I don't know. I don't think sex means as much in terms of when people say, oh, if a girl's willing to sleep with you on the first day, she's probably done this with 100 people. I say, no, I'm the one in 100 people that she's had a genuine spark with and wanted to fuck on the first time.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
No, I wasn't even going down that road in terms of that's what like it means if a girl does that. I was just saying, would you want to like withhold that just to actually build like a genuine connection first, as opposed to just sleeping with them one-on-one. But we got your answer. Do you want to briefly mention what's going on with TikTok in the US right now, mate, to finish up? Because
Yeah, this is quite funny, man.
they're trying to ban it.
Yeah, I think they're in court or they're in some sort of Congress room talking about banning TikTok in the US or in the United States, obviously, permanently. And some of these conversations, I mean, you guys would have seen them on TikTok, but you got like these 60-year-old dudes in charge of America or states. I don't really know what the fuck they do. But they're literally asking the CEO or someone that runs TikTok, knows the insides and outs of TikTok and stuff, the code, how the app runs, etc., etc. And these guys are fucking stupid, bro. They're like 60 years old saying like, I saw one and he asked, it was like that with airplane mode on your, he said, if your phone is on airplane mode on an airplane, can your phone connect? No, someone was like, can you see what's going on? Or
Wasn't it like, can you take control of the plane or like ask the plane questions or something?
yeah, or something like that. And it was like, what?
Yeah, it was fucking...
Sorry,
I
just
overheard...
lost my train of thought because old mate was walking through. So that's why I butchered the fuck out of that story.
I overheard a couple guys on the train talking about it as well. And yeah, they don't... This is the problem when you've got boomers talking about something that's really...
They don't have a clue.
Just not a part of their generation. And it's funny, like, I understand why America have an issue with it and the security concerns, but...
I'll play this one so we can show this on screen too. This is one of the ones, for example.
Access the home Wi-Fi network.
Ah, fuck. Like, does TikTok have access to the home Wi-Fi network? That's what one of the guys says. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
How else are you on the app?
Yeah.
Like, these guys are just so stupid, man. Like,
You would have thought they would have, like, bulletproof these questions and be like, all right, this is actually a good thing to ask. This is like, they just look like a laughing stock, bro, honestly.
mate, there was things like, if you're using TikTok, the app, and you, like, do people have access to your information and stuff? And he was like, well, if you post a video publicly, then yes. Like,
Yeah.
And they just have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be having that. I mean, get someone who's like 30 in charge. But we all know it's the same thing with the fucking abortion stuff. These old donnies that are in charge of America are fucking just clapped in the head. They have no idea what's going on in the modern world.
Yeah.
They don't understand the way the world is moving or the world like progressing in society and things like that. Still stuck in the fucking 1980s, mate. Like,
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting, ending to that case and to see what actually happens if it gets banned. If a new app arises and then will people flock to that, it'll be very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
I could do it, Ev. Been going.
Did we do all the segments?
Yes.
We did.
Yes. That is basically it. No glops day. So send them in next week, or for next week's episode. That's probably going to do us. Episode 5 done.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Adios.